Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Road Ready Breakdowns, Maintenance, Traffic Stops, and Emergencies webinar. It is currently National Teen Driver Safety Week, which is an important week because it is a set time that is dedicated to focusing on facilitating life-saving discussions between youth and their peers, guardians, and community adults. Today, this webinar is designed to equip teen drivers with crucial knowledge and skills to navigate unforeseen challenges on the road. We will explore the art of proactive car maintenance to keep your vehicle in top shape, learn valuable tips on handling breakdowns and emergencies with confidence, and gain insights into traffic stop etiquette and available resources for you. If this is your first webinar that you are attending with us this week, welcome. We have had 4 other webinars this week, all of which focused on different teen safe driving topics. All webinars can be found posted on the Teen Driver Safety Week landing page on the Florida Teen Safe Driving Coalition website where you found this video. As a reminder, 20 people will randomly be selected for a Chick-fil-A gift card. To be eligible, you must be in high school, watch the entirety of this webinar, and complete the post quiz by midnight of today, which is Friday, October 20th. You will need to be present throughout the webinar to get code words and information to answer the questions in the quiz at the end. Without further ado, I am joined by an amazing panel today, and I'm so excited to introduce you to them. So our first panelist today is Megan Hawkins. Megan is an injury prevention coordinator and educator for a level 2 trauma center in Bradenton, Florida. She has been a nurse for 8 years and has a background in burn and trauma care. She has a passion for educating our community and how to prevent injury, and will be talking to us today about the Stop the Bleed program. Megan, we are so happy to have you.
Hello, everyone. As Shayna mentioned, my name is Megan Hawkins, and I am the Trauma Injury Prevention Coordinator and Educator. I've been a nurse for 8 years, some of that time spent in burn care, and the rest of that time spent in trauma care. So Stop the Bleed is a program that we teach out in our community that teaches anyone, bystanders, students, members of the community how to stop a bleed in an emergency. So we will get started. So why is this class so important? Well, there's many reasons, but the first and foremost is that bleeding is the #1 cause of preventable death following an injury. And emergencies, they can happen anywhere at any time. And lastly is that bystanders are those who are present during these emergencies. They're not going to be the trained professionals, the nurses, the trauma surgeons that would know how to treat these. So it's important that everyone and anyone knows what to do. So where could this training be used? Well, as I mentioned, emergencies happen anywhere and everywhere, but some of the main places that we have seen this have to be used are in things like shootings, mass casualty incidents, vehicle accidents, natural disasters like hurricanes, sporting injuries, and constructions. And specifically today, we're talking about this because we do see it a lot with motor vehicle accidents, motorcycles, ATVs, golf carts, and things of that sort. So what does this program cover? Well, Stop the Bleed goes through a very large amount of information as to why we need this program, what this program is. But the key points that it covers are: 1, personal safety, what to do in these type of emergencies to remain safe. And then it will tell you the details of alerting 911 if you're in a situation like this. And then we move on with teaching you how to identify what life-threatening bleeding looks like. Not just a cut on the finger, not just a little bit of blood, but what to do if you identify somebody who is really, truly having life-threatening bleeding. And then we teach you what to do. And those steps are pressure, packing, and then the use of a tourniquet. And then you would stay with that patient until help arrives. So here you can see the Stop the Bleed program. We would teach you, as I mentioned, how to apply pressure to that wound to stop the bleeding, how to put gauze and packing in to help prevent it from bleeding out, and then use of a tourniquet from there. These are what the Stop the Bleed kits look like, and all of the equipment that comes in those kits, which includes gloves, gauze, a tourniquet, scissors, and a Sharpie. And in the Stop the Bleed course, you would learn about all of these materials and how you would use them. So what do you do if you want to take this course? Well, there's multiple different options. The first would be to contact your local trauma center or check their website. Almost all trauma centers in Florida participate in this Stop the Bleed program, and they have a certified instructor who can assist with these classes. These classes can be coordinated at schools, as I mentioned. They can be done at churches. They can be done at community centers, really anywhere. If you just have a club, a group of friends that wants to learn Stop the Bleed, contact your trauma center and see if they can set up a class for you. If you don't want to go that route, you could look up what classes are already available on the Stop the Bleed website by clicking on the link, or you can take the online version of the Stop the Bleed program. If you do choose to do the online version, just know that you will not be certified in Stop the Bleed. That does require an in-person checkoff, but if you're just interested in learning more about it, there is that option. And here are just some additional resources if you would like to look for Stop the Bleed. But this program is very good and very important and has saved many, many lives. You never know when you will come across a car accident or when you could be in one yourself. And this program not only teaches you how you can help someone else, but also save yourself if there was a situation that you needed to. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Megan. So our next speaker today is Kylie. Kylie is a road ranger with Autobase Incorporated here in Florida. She will be talking to us today about the Road Ranger program and the importance of the slow down, move over laws. Welcome, Kylie.
Thank you. I don't have any cool slides, but the Florida Road Rangers are a service patrol across the state of Florida's highway systems. Our primary role as a first responder is to safely clear the highway to keep traffic moving safely and reduce the possibility of a second crash or event. We have an additional purpose to provide free highway assistance to all the traveling motorists. The service is completely free and funded by the state of Florida. All you have to do is dial *347, which spells FHP on your keypad, and our dispatchers will send us straight to your location. All auto-based road rangers are trained and outfitted with help for simple fixes on the side of the road. Some of the services we provide are changing flat tires, jump-starting vehicles, providing stranded motorists with 2 free local calls, clear disabled vehicles from travel lanes, supply emergency gas, diesel, water, monitor abandoned vehicles, and notify FHP if they don't already know. We also provide services during the events that we are sent to or stumble across. A lot of motorists are not aware of the danger that the highway has, and the introduction of technology has only increased the dangers. Florida has a law for all motorists to move over or slow down. If you see a broken down vehicle or flashing lights, please move over and give us room to work. I recently started working for Autobase as a road ranger, and I see motorists traveling full speed past multiple scenes. And while I'm just driving on the road, people will come into my lane. Everyone is attached to a cell phone nowadays, and using it while driving has seemed to become a bad habit across all generations. A cell phone distracts drivers enough that it's not easy to see us working alongside the road or notice if traffic has come to a stop or slowing down. Put the phone down and make sure that you and I can make it home safe to our families and our pets. Remember, move over 1 lane for stopped first responders, and if you can't move over, slow down to 20 miles per hour, less than the posted speed limit, which is 50 miles per hour on most of the I-10. Lastly, please put the phones down, and thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kylie, for being here and talking about that. Those laws are very important, as it's important that everyone is getting home safe, as you shared. So We are halfway through our discussion today, so I am going to share the special code word needed to complete the post-webinar survey for a chance to win free Chick-fil-A. Today's word is prepared. Again, that is prepared as shown on the screen. Prepared. You will need to remember this word for the post survey to be eligible to win. All right, our next speaker today is Lindsay. Lindsay currently serves as the Florida Public Affairs Specialist for AAA, the Auto Club Group. In this role, Lindsay works closely with the Florida Public Affairs Director to enhance and implement AAA's priorities across the state, including traffic safety programs and advocacy, community outreach, and AAA business support, to name a few. She is honored to be here today to represent AAA and is very excited to share all of the resources AAA has available for teens. Lindsay hopes that this information will not only benefit new teen drivers as they navigate the world of independent travel, but also, in turn, help to make an impact for all drivers on our Florida roadways. Lindsay, thank you for being here.
Thanks so much for the introduction, Gina. Happy to be here. So I just wanted to give a little bit of background about AAA. We're more than just roadside assistance or a business. We really do great in the community. We are a traffic safety organization from start to finish. It's pretty much in our DNA. AAA has been an advocate for motorists across the U.S., particularly for new drivers such as yourselves, since the beginning. For over 100 years, we have represented the motoring public through education, supportive legislation, and working toward making our roads safer for all road users. And we do this through traffic safety programs, advocacy, and community outreach. And this is implemented through a various number of things, but we have educational programs in schools. A lot of you might remember AAA School Safety Patrol in your elementary schools growing up. They, students help classmates get to and from school safely. It's one of our legacy programs. It's over 100 years old. We conduct research throughout the year through our foundations. We launch safety campaigns all throughout the year. We are part of coalitions. We are proud members of the Florida Teen Safe Driving Coalition, which is why we're here today. We're very actively involved in government and legislative affairs, which means we pass safer and stricter laws just to keep you and your loved ones safe on the roads. Some examples are the laws that passed back in 2009 to make stricter seatbelt laws. 2015 is when we really were involved in making child passenger safety laws stricter, where kids had to be in a car seat until their 5th birthday, and that was back in 2015. And we're part of grant funding too. So if kids need bicycle helmets or families are in need of car seats, through our foundation, we provide grant funding. So I wanted to give you a little background first before we dive into resources available to you guys as teens. One of our teen programs is AAA Promise. And if you haven't heard it in your high school, you hopefully might will. It is a program designed to help teens stay safe as drivers and passengers, particularly during prom and graduation season. The program raises awareness about the dangers of driving impaired, which is basically under the influence. And that could range from alcohol impairment to marijuana or any other drugs to distracted driving. The program encourages open dialogue with you and your parent to just come up with a plan together for a safe way home. If you ever get in a situation where you might be with someone who is impaired and is about to get behind the wheel, or even if you may have made the decision to celebrate with your friends and you are about to get in the car impaired, we obviously strongly advise against that. And we want to make sure you get home safe, all of you. So a big component of AAA Promise is our towing component. And that would basically mean that you and your parent make the agreement that if you do find yourself in that kind of situation, they will come out and they will call AAA, and then your parent will drive you home, but then AAA will drive the family vehicle home or your friend's vehicle home free of charge, absolutely no excuse, member or not. So, we encourage you to plan ahead, but it's that safety net that we want to bring to you as that resource. And it's available to all high schools in our footprint. That includes the state of Florida. So if you don't see that free toolkit available to you or already in use at your high school, please talk to your principal or teachers and make sure they know about this awesome program and resource. You can find more information at AAA.com/promise. And the program's typically launched after the new year, after like winter break. And to piggyback off of that, we all know that you obviously are not of legal age until you're 21, but when you are, 21 and older, this is a program aimed towards people that are celebrating, ahead. We obviously say plan ahead. That's first and foremost. That's what you want to do. But as a safety net, AAA does provide tow to go on most major holidays. And it's where, if you are in the situation of being impaired, we do not want you to get in the car and risk other people's lives. Call AAA. We will come tow your car and take care of you. It's offered in certain areas in our footprint. Up on the screen, you'll see all the states and then that tow to go number. Again, it's never safe to drive impaired, but please plan ahead. And if you need us, we will be there for you. And just some of our resources online at AAA.com. You're probably already in the process or have already, finished driver education courses. But as like a supplemental course, we do offer AAA How to Drive Online. It's a great resource, and it just gives you tips and tricks as you're navigating that new world of being a new driver out there. We also provide a parent online course. So if they want you to take the AAA How to Drive course, you can say, well, maybe if you want to take a parent course, then you both can learn everything you need to know navigating that new world of driving. We also have our AAA approved driving school network that you can search your location and see what approved driving schools are in your area if you haven't started that driver education process. This is one of my favorite resources, AAA.com/student. I circled specifically car care and basic maintenance because those resources, it's so important to keep your car maintained and, have that checklist of what you need to, what you need maintained as far as like, your tires, your oil, all of those things. I'm in my 30s now, and I still go back to these checklists as like a refresher because you always need to make sure your car first and foremost is safe before you get in the car and you take it out on the roadway. And then in addition to, continuing car maintenance, other things that we offer, we have AAA car care centers, which are AAA owned repair facilities. That we have one in Tampa and one in Clearwater. You can go get your car inspected, or you can get auto repairs done on a discount. So you can learn more on AAA.com, see if it's in your area. And then we also have our approved auto repair shops. So the same thing goes. It's discounted rates for our members. You can go and they're AAA sealed, gold approved. So trustworthy. And we recommend that you go check those auto repair shops out to make sure your car is in tip top shape for you to get out on the road. Just another few resources online. AAA Exchange is our national website, and there's a ton of traffic safety topics on there. I encourage you to take a look at that, as well as all these other great places to go learn more. And something that a lot of people don't know is that AAA offers a free teen membership. At least I can say for the state of Florida, we offer a free teen membership. If your parent or guardian has a AAA membership, they can add you as an associate completely free of charge. And it's definitely good to take advantage of. If your parent or guardian isn't a AAA member, that's okay too. Just, you can go online and learn more. It's definitely worth it. We have offers throughout the year, sometimes BOGO offers. So try it out. I can say that when I first got my license, my dad got me on AAA right away. And I was a member, and I can't tell you how many times I used my roadside assistance through them. And it just gives you that peace of mind. So definitely check it out if you don't know about it already. And then last but not least, something new and exciting I'm excited to share, because I know y'all are like, I think Gen Z, tech savvy, way more than me. But if you have an iPhone like 14 or iPhone 15, AAA partnered with Apple so that there's actually a feature now in those iPhones where you can request roadside assistance. And not just that, but it's if you are in a remote location. So if, let's say, you're traveling with your friends up in the mountains and you no longer have service, cellular service, or you can't connect to Wi-Fi, this feature is linked to satellite, so they can track you down by satellite, know where you are. AAA will come out to you, take care of you, and you can get home safely. So wanted to make sure you knew about that. If you're not a member, that's okay too. It's offered to members and non-members. You just have to pay after the service, but it's something that if you are in that situation, you can definitely use that as a just in case option. So that is everything I have. I know that was a lot of information, but I just wanted to share it with you. And thank you for attending.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. That was awesome. I definitely learned a lot about the services, and AAA is a very valued partner for us in the coalition. And some of these things I didn't even know about. So I hope that everyone is able to learn about some of these resources and hopefully take advantage of them, because there are some really, really great ones in there. So last but not least, we have a video created by the Port St. Lucie Police Department discussing how to handle traffic stops. Enjoy.
Hi, sir. I'm Officer Thompson of the Port St. Lucie Police Department. The reason I stopped you is for your speed.
Hi, I'm Officer Robert Vilgan with the Port St. Lucie Police Department, and this is your typical traffic stop. At this time, the driver should not make any kind of fast movements at all and should probably keep their hands on top of the steering wheel.
Can I please see your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
Yes, sir. The documents should be located somewhere within close proximity where they can get them from a glove box or a center console. Driver's license should be with the driver at all times. If you don't have your license, registration, or insurance, it's okay. Let us know. Don't make any false statements or lie to us about your documents. We can find out a lot of information just off of our computers in the car. If you don't know where your documents are or what they look like, ask your parent or legal guardian for help. While the officer's up here, he's also looking for seatbelt violations. He's making sure the passenger has his seatbelt on, as well as the driver. If the windows have dark tint, he may ask the driver to roll down all 4 windows so that way he can see more clearly inside.
And can you roll this back window down for me?
Respect is key. It's not the time to bring up your defense as to why you don't think you deserve a ticket or deserve to be pulled over.
Where are you coming from today?
I'm coming from school.
From school? All right. And do you know what the speed limit is on this road?
Is it 35?
Remember your speed limit signs. Speed limits are posted on every major roadway. Speeding can lead to crashes, which also leads to fines, court costs, insurance rates going up, and it could even lead to getting your license taken away. Drinking and driving is illegal in the state of Florida. There's higher fines and court costs and fees for anyone under the age of 21 who is caught drinking and driving. Remember, you're responsible for everyone in that car. It's not just you in that car. It could be your best friend or family member, and you're responsible for all those lives. So one thing you want to remember is to keep your music down and turned off while you're talking to a police officer. Stay off cell phones. Don't call family members or friends to come up to try to help you out, because by the time they get here, the traffic stop will be ended anyway. Make sure your vehicle is off the roadway and that you don't stop in the middle of a lane to where you're obstructing traffic, a hazard, and could cause a crash. At this time, you just need to cooperate with the officer, provide license, registration, proof of insurance, and make sure to keep your hands visible on the steering wheel at all times. Remember everyone, drive responsibly. Nothing is worth someone's life.
Thank you, Port St. Lucie Police Department, for creating that awesome video for us. That was very insightful, and hopefully you were able to learn something from it, as I certainly did, on how we can have some traffic stop etiquette and have just smooth interactions on our roadways. So, in case you missed Monday through Thursday's webinar, we are super excited to announce the opening of our new Florida Teen Safe Driving Coalition Ambassador Program. If you are a high school student in Florida who is passionate about making a difference in your community, wants to help promote teen safe driving practices and save lives on the road, we would love to have you. There is no application required. You just scan the QR code on the screen to register. Before we end out today's webinar, I wanted to say a big thank you to all of our panelists for coming in, sharing some resources, tips, and different things that will help us be more prepared on the road. I hope that you learned something from this, as I certainly did. But again, just a big thank you to our panelists for taking time to be here today. So the next screen will be the QR code to take the post quiz for today's webinar. Please complete it to be entered for a chance to win a Chick-fil-A gift card. Thank you for attending this week's webinar series, and stay safe.